Hello and welcome to Too Much Time on Our Hands. I'm getting confused looks as I was probably a bit too joyful.
It was a big hello, but you leant into it. Go for it.
Also,
recording in progress.
there you go.
Well, I'll do that again. I know we're on the live stream, but we're now doing recording for the podcast. So, hello and welcome again to Too Much Time on Our
Yeah, I like the first one.
on Our Hands. Well,
you do it one more time, please.
Hello and welcome to Too Much Time on Our Hands. This evening it's just the three of us. Russ, how are you doing?
All right, thank you, darling.
Dan, looking gorgeous as ever. How are you
First
doing?
hello, I was great. Second hello, not so much. And now I'm back to great again. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and it's me, Duncan, the other one. Not the other Duncan. There's only one Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're going to get distracted. And
We
go off
are
on the
definitely
Good,
getting
Hugh.
distracted right now, aren't we?
That's
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah, all right. Well, whatever.
Bannister.
Jones.
It's not like me to just go off on a
Donuts.
tangent.
Ah!
Duncan, yeah. Right. Good, Hugh.
There you go. Right, fuck it. This is the pod. We're naming
Okay.
all the Duncans.
Yeah. Tonight, the aim is to, I had an idea of basically Jay and Silent Bob
Ferguson.
named as mods in Call
Call of Duty.
of Duty.
I
and
believe the
also
kids refer to them as skins.
skins. All right, skins.
Yeah,
in,
they are not technically mods, are they?
Oh well, whatever. Fuck it. I don't know. I also don't care that much. It does look very cool though. And also an advert popped up saying that you can now play as Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite. Which does look
Paedophiles
quite
everywhere
cool.
rejoice. That's wonderful for them.
That's a bit unfair because my youngest son went, I like her.
We can get into later about the sexualization of young women to look like they are potentially younger later, and about how that happened with Britney Spears as well, if you like.
Yeah, well, we'll touch on that. Oh, hang on.
I wouldn't.
Phrasing. Anyway, so that got me thinking. That might be quite cool just to name some other people that we think would be quite cool as skins in different games, and then also maybe just who we like to, with the announcement of Beatles being played by some good-looking boys, good-looking young men.
Yeah,
who
Ringo
was
Starr, famously incredibly attractive.
so handsome.
Yeah, you have to filter it though. They were 60s attractive, which these days is like,
but George
you know.
Harrison was actually a good-looking man.
George Harrison was my favourite as well.
He was the best-looking. He was the most talented.
Joseph Quinn playing him.
So,
He was the most talented as well. Fuck you, McCartney. And Lennon, you prick.
McCartney had the best business sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
And if you ask Lennon's wives, apparently he had the best right hand.
whee!
Fuck that guy.
Who? John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yeah, absolute fucking bellend. I love the Beatles music. Love the Beatles music. But fuck 50% of them as human beings.
Apart from Ringo, because it's peace and love. Peace and love, everyone. And he's the voice of
He was
Thomas.
he was a bit pro-Brexity, wasn't he? But yeah, apart from that, I think he was... Yeah. I don't know.
Well, yeah, well, a lot of people are pro-Brexit and fucking idiots. And turns out there's lots of fucking idiots. Also turns out that when the planet burns, the sky is going to look beautiful. So at least we'll have nice sunsets.
I meant to mention something to you, actually, Duncan. Sorry, I know
What?
I'm interrupting. There's a new David Attenborough documentary about how important the ocean is coming out.
Another one.
Yeah, like it's really... They're showing it in cinemas.
Oh, that's good.
It looks amazing. I can't wait to see it. I was like, Duncan will be happy.
Could probably
But
learn
your
some
response
stuff.
Actually,
response was, "Oh, another one."
I'm not gonna lie. Work is currently killing a lot of my enthusiasm. So,
No.
which is kind of a bit sad because I love to see.
Yeah, fuck the planet, you're right.
No, don't fuck the planet. Quite like
That's
our
it.
planet. Anyway, so the idea was skins, people, whatever. In
Just sort of like
things.
weird add-ons, DLC, crossovers, whatever.
And then maybe touch on some news. Just
Mhm.
use the word phrase touching. Raising. So,
It's fine. That sentence was absolutely fine.
I mean,
Touch on some news. There's no like double entendre there.
no, I'm going to start because I'm going to try and get tickets tomorrow for Chapel Roan, playing Edinburgh on the 26th of
Nice.
August. Now, she famously cosplays as a knight.
Yeah, but she doesn't want you to look at her.
Well,
So I'm not going to get into that one either. But yeah, sure. I've got a bee in my bonnet about everyone tonight, apparently. So ignore me, okay? Ignore me.
Dan, right, I'm digressing again. Right, so we were quite. I know I was quite an angry young man. I thought I would mellow out and not become so angry. I'm just equal. I just become an angry old man instead, and I think you are probably the same.
Yeah.
We were angry once before, and I think the rage has just continued. And sometimes I
You
just
just got to look
can't
and
go-
think, are these things worth getting angry over? Because a lot of the time they really aren't.
Well, it depends what I'm getting angry over.
You don't get angry over anything like this, Russ, do you?
No, can't think of anything.
No.
He's
No.
actually just a lovely guy. That's because
Yeah.
he's nice.
I will
That
think
was-
of something before the end of the pod. Irrational. So, Duncan, do you know what song I love? I think Russ knows where I'm going with this one.
What song?
Katy Perry's Firework is a work of genius. Is it not, Russ?
Can take it or leave it.
Fuck you.
No,
Fuck you.
it does. That song does slightly bring me out in hives. But that's just because I spent what felt like 2 years of my career endlessly setting it to various uplifting montages, which is a pretty depressing way to spend your time.
I understand that, Russ. I am just playing. I'm just a bitter man. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Chapel Roan. What game do you want at Chapel Ronan?
Baldur's Gate 3.
That's a fucking great suggestion, Duncan.
Because-
Actually, that's
Because she comes out looking like a paladin. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is notoriously a horny game. Her album is a very horny album. So I think she works in there. And, you know, sexual ambiguity is brilliant in Baldur's Gate. It's perfect. She's just perfect for it. She's just perfect anyway. So she could be in anything. But I think because she is awesome and dresses up as a knight, and I think she is a hero. So
cool.
is
I
that
love it.
all right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
I'm
great.
like,
No,
just
that's
on.
fucking great. That's amazing. I love it.
I think she's great.
Hmm.
I know you do as well. She's so pop.
Her music's incredible. Like, she has genuinely written some of the best pop songs in the last 20 years. Like, she is, yeah. Maybe mention Kate Bush once in a while because it's so evidently influenced by Kate Bush. But like,
Everyone is.
yeah. Also, Florence and the Machine, Florence Welch. She could probably do with doing that as well. So like, it's. I don't think it hurts to mention your influences once in a while, and
No.
I think Kate Bush is one of those. But yeah, no, she's of all of the new era of pop music. I think she is probably leading the way, and probably the one that will still be talking about in about 5-6 years as well.
Yeah.
Someone described her as Lady Gaga to people that thought Lady Gaga was Madonna. So I quite like
Sure.
that as well.
She's also like,
oh,
for someone who's so crazy and so like that, she's also like the most normal person out of those. You see her interviewed and stuff, and yeah, she seems relatively normal, relatively sane, a lot of fun, and enormously entertaining.
Yep. Mentioning Kate Bush now, not Baldur's Gate, probably Elden Ring.
There you go.
Kate Bush.
Yeah, she'd be like-
'cause
she'd be like
they're
one of
both
the big
around at the same
bosses.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's basically better than what's the witchy one, Raina?
Hmm.
I think she would basically be like high level. She's probably goddess level. I don't know.
Let's do like pop starlets then, because obviously we've got Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite. And we've now.
See,
got
I don't
Chapel
get-
Roan in.
I don't. No criticism of her at all. I do not think she'd be much use as a tactical military operator.
Okay.
But
Jay and Silent
have
Bob
I-
were in Call of Duty?
Have I missed? Are these things no longer trying to be accurate simulations of modern warfare?
Yeah, but at least we know Jay is a commander.
Click commander,
He's
yeah.
a click commander.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was trying to find a way of getting it in as well, Duncan. Like, if Jay and Silent Bob are running around with AK-47s in Call of Duty, then I think I'm okay with Sabrina Carpenter running around in Fortnite. Fortnite's had like everyone in it as well.
Yeah, and they do those like going to show my age now, but they do those weird like people have like single release parties in Fortnite and stuff. Like, how does that work? Is everyone just running around shooting each other while they're trying to perform?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't really understand how it.
Played it once.
Oh yeah, no, they have like arenas there, man. So like they do. So there's now like a version of Rock Band within Fortnite.
Good
So that's
grief.
why they sell guitars to play it. So like there's a bit of Fortnite's all consuming, but it's crazy.
Yeah, trying to avoid Fortnite as much as possible.
Minecraft's the way to go, man.
Yeah, we've
Yeah, I
got
think
Minecraft.
I'm probably going to lean towards more towards Minecraft, because it's like whatever else Fortnite is, it is also a machine designed to hoover up money
Mm-hmm.
in
Absolutely.
some pretty underhand ways.
The setup to Rise of Skywalker was released in Fortnite. This is fucking true. Yes, Jack, it was.
Yeah, and like in retrospect, we should have seen that as a warning.
That happened and we let it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened,
Yeah.
and then nobody stood up and went, "Do you know what? I think that's it for you. Actually, we're not going to release the film. It's going to be a bit of a financial hit, but I think everyone will be happier actually if we just let's just pretend this never happened, and let's say, yeah, we're all just going to go home. We
I've
would
got
have all
some-
been better off."
Got some boring ones.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Next Mortal Kombat game, put Lieutenant Titus from Space Marine 2 in it. And vice versa, next Space Marine game, put Doom Guy in it.
Yes.
I mean, he's literally a space marine.
Pretty much, yeah. So you could definitely do that. But I think Titus in Mortal Kombat would be really cool.
I like
That actually could be cool. I don't think they'd ever license it, because you wouldn't have that problem of like, didn't they have a Space Marine skin in Call of Duty?
They did, yeah.
But like in Call of Duty, everyone has to be like the same size and holding the same weapon, so it just doesn't work. So what you end up like, you can't have someone 9 foot tall in Call of Duty. So it was a Space Marine the same height as a regular dude and the same sort of physical build as a regular. So it's basically just somebody wearing like power armor patterned clothes, holding a normal sort of real. Well, I don't know. Are they real or like slight? They're kind of bullshit, aren't they? The weapons in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But
Not like
yeah.
bolters.
No, wasn't it? You want someone. Yeah, you want what you really want is just one Space Marine slowly walking through the whole thing, not giving a fuck about getting shot at, and then blowing everyone apart with bolter shells. But
Have
that's
you
not
guys
really going to be very much
watched-
fun for anyone else playing.
Did you watch the Amazon thing, by the way? With,
Oh, the secret level thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, multiple times.
So fucking good.
It was really easy to masturbate to.
Yeah, you're right.
we haven't really talked about that, have we? Yeah, that was me. It was also, I think, by quite a long way the best one of those. Although there weren't really any other games that I'm particularly fond of in there.
Okay, I would argue, I think we might be about to say the same one.
What, Pac-Man?
Pac-Man, yeah.
The Pac-Man one was very good. Yeah,
Pac-Man was going to be one of my searching questions.
Yeah.
Is like, is Pac-Man actually the bad guy? Is Pac-Man actually the monster?
He's running around eating ghosts.
Yeah. The ghosts haven't done anything.
yeah. The Pac-Man
Defending
one was
themselves.
good. And actually, I think there's a bunch more been released. So I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah.
Well, I
they
keep getting
released one
confused
for, like,
between that
Concord.
and Love, Death and Robots. which
Yeah,
there's
Love,
also
Death, and
some
Robots.
more of.
Season 4 of that's coming out soon as well. So.
Yeah.
But like the there was one for Concord, the PlayStation game, which it had closed up shop by the time the video for it.
That's
had
got
come
to
out.
suck so much because they put so much effort in. Like, if the game had taken off,
Yeah.
that would have been great because they were putting so much work into like the lore and the characters, and they had these massive arcs plotted out for everybody,
Yeah.
and that was going to be quite an important part of it. And now they're just like, fuck it, put it on. I'm going to go and sit in the corner.
Jack's right. World of Tanks said loads of 40k tanks in. You could play as we could have Lehman Russes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but again, were they appropriate sized?
Yeah.
Because even like on the tabletop, the tanks should be like 2 or 3 times bigger than they actually are.
Yeah.
If you look at the carrying capacity of a Rhino, it should be at least twice that size.
Yes, but Russ,
So-
they can only carry firstborn. They can't carry.
Haven't they dropped that
Chimeras.
now? Can't
Nope.
everyone use them?
Nope.
They still can't. That's a bit ridiculous.
It's a bit insane. It's a bit. pointless.
I mean, on a similar vein, I know there are some Mech Warrior type games out there, but I can only think of Mech Warrior 3.
I quite enjoyed the Armored Core one actually with Keanu Reeves in. Sorry, complete interjection there. Going back to Secret Level, that was pretty good.
That was quite.
Was that the Mech Warrior?
Armored Core.
Yeah, it's where he's
Same
like
thing.
the mech pilot.
Yeah. That was cool. So talking of mech pilots, I was going to say it'd be cool to have a Commander Farsight in like against a Gundam or something.
That
That'd be
would
quite
be cool.
fun. Because, I mean, the Gundam No, I think Farsight would win because he's got an awesome blade.
Yeah, and he's
he's touched by
chaos
Khorne.
tainted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gundams are like, they're like 100 foot tall, aren't they? They're colossal.
Yeah, they are very much like they're like knights, Imperial Knights.
You
kind
could put
of
Imperial
size.
Knights in something like that as well. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Mm.
Gundam versus Imperial Knight would be awesome.
Put like
Nice.
just Titans in like Sim City or something as well. Mike. Exactly. I'm just looking it up because everyone's obviously interested. Rhinos, can carry 12 Adeptus Astartes infantry models. Cannot transport Jump Pack, Wolfen, Phobos, Gravis, Centurion, Terminator, or Tacticus.
So that's pretty much all the Primaris ones, isn't it? But yeah, if you just get 12 regular squatty Space Marines and line them up next to a Rhino, they're not all fitting in there.
Next time we go to Warhammer World, we'll all try and figure out if 12 of us could fit in a Rhino.
Well, it would
Not
be like
comfortably.
24 of us because
I,
I don't know about you. I know you've been hitting the gym. I don't consider myself to be full of Astartes spec.
I mean, I consider myself closer to a Ratling, probably.
yeah, same. Same. Somewhere between like an Ogrin and a Rattling for me, I think, is Rattling in height, Ogrin in girth.
One of my favourite cartoons.
Space
that will
Wolf in
be
hair.
Yeah, I'll take that. It's a win.
Not necessarily meme, but nice little cartoon crossover someone's done is when Doom Guy meets the Grey Knight. Well, it's Crow, and it's like, you've defeated Khan, Freya. You've got the chain axe. All right, yeah, we'll take that. I just love that. I just think it's quite funny because I just like the idea of a one-on-one. It's like you have the situation of Doom Guy and Grey Knights sort of fighting demons together, and then they both realise they need to kill each other because neither can know the other one exists.
I'm pretty convinced Cal Rodriguez is probably the only person that could take down
Doom Guy. Yeah.
Like in anything.
Also, another little cool crossover would be the guy from Bolt Gun and Doom Guy sort of like walk into each other's worlds and go, no, that way.
Did you see they in on Adeptus Ridiculous they talked about like who they'd want as cameos in
Yeah.
Space Marine 3.
Oh,
And one of
listen
them
to-
was you have the guy from Bolt Gun as like a single company against like a single company. So there's like two of you. We need to get this one. We need to get this one. And there's like a company of Space Marines on one side, and there's the guy from Bolt Gun on the other
to
side.
take out the great.
Yeah.
There are two great unclean ones.
Yeah, he's going to take out one of them on his own.
Are you a named character in Bolt Gun?
Yeah, I can't remember his name though. But he is
because it's on. It's set. You start on Grya, don't you? Which is where
Yeah.
Space Marine 2 happens.
It's Raoul Collie doing all the voices as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
From Bolt Gun 2. I can't remember his name. They haven't done a model from him yet though, which I find surprising.
I mean, I'm guessing it's going to look like a Space Marine.
it's a Beaky though.
Also, if they could do
Malam Kaido. That's
Like-
the one.
a low res pixelated Beaky model, I'd be all over that. so he actually looked like an 8-bit Space Marine.
Be better than the Titus model. Well, I like the Titus model. I don't love the Titus model.
I mean, it is different. Like with Space Marine characters, they are all Space Marines. Like,
I'd like Titus in like. What's the cover of Space Marine 2? For starters, I'd like a different Titus as well. So I'd like to be able to get Death. Yeah, okay. So you've got the one where on the cover he's got his like chainsword across and he's holding his pistol up.
yeah,
That would be really cool. But no, he's got his like chainsword up and he's got his pistol up and he's leaping off a rock by the looks of things. It looks like he's skipping. It's just it's not quite right. I'd like a Death Watch version as well. Because you start the game and he's in the Death Watch. So that
I mean,
would
you
be
could,
cool.
you could do that with a couple of shoulder pad swaps, couldn't you?
No, I want them to do the work, Russ.
Okay.
I don't want to do the work. Good lord. Araman would mince Doom Guy.
Nah.
No, Araman would like trap Doom Guy in a casket for 1,000 years or so.
Yeah. And then he'd Doom Guy escape and then
Yeah.
kill every Zinch demon. Yeah. I don't think Khaldor Drago could take him, by the way. That was a joke. It's just Khaldor Drago in literature is incredibly overpowered. So
I don't know.
so yeah, Titus in Mortal Kombat, going back to that one. And then Doom Guy in like Space Marine multiplayer would be quite cool.
More com-
Doom Guy in Mortal Kombat yet?
don't know.
I don't think so. There's a lot of people in there though. So they just put like the T1000 in there.
Is John Wick in there?
I don't know. That would be a good one as well.
No, it depends. It depends who they can license and everything.
Yeah.
And
I
obviously,
don't know.
not everyone wants their IP associated with something like Mortal Kombat, but I think John Wick would be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine so. It might be quite fun. You could go right like full game route. So I think Master Chief's in it, isn't he?
What, in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Isn't he in? He's in Fortnite as well, isn't he?
I think he's been in Fortnite.
Everyone's in Fortnite.
Sounds
The
like everyone's
rumor
been
was
in,
he
yeah.
was going to be in Smash Brothers as well, but yeah, I don't think they ever released him in Smash Brothers.
Do you know what, Master Chief in Metroid or something like that?
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. But yeah, like obvious ones, put Space Marines in everything when Space Marine 3 comes out, and I think that's probably going to happen. To be honest with you, like there's so many like armored things you could do. Like even if you just put like in Halo, play as an Ultramarine or something like that, and you just give them like the armor, that sort of thing might be quite fun.
Oh, I haven't played Helldivers, so this shows my ignorance. But
Master Chief hasn't been in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, sorry, carry on. Yeah.
oh no, all right. Oh, you probably should be. That'd be kind of quite cool. Actually, wouldn't the Arbiter be better in Mortal Kombat? That would
Both,
be-
put them both in.
Yeah. Helldivers, play as Tempestus Scions.
It's a weird one because they kind of already are. Like,
So yeah, you are like
Yeah.
jump pack infantry that drop
Yeah.
from orbit, aren't you?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
it just
that's why-
like just be a case of like putting an Imperial logo on them, and they pretty much are there already.
that would be fun.
Although they wear like capes, don't they?
Yeah.
The Helldivers guys.
You could have as Kriegsman because you're kind of throwing yourself for liberty, aren't you? So Kriegsmen are all about the dying. So
Nice.
what I had one now. I've forgotten now. God,
Oh,
God and something.
Amos and Bobby in Call of Duty.
That'd be cool. That would be literally just for everyone on this podcast, and that's about it.
Yeah, except none of us play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to now. Jay and Silent Bob are in it. I fucking love.
I
And there we
Jay
go.
Silent
They've
Bob.
got you.
other people would play if it was Amos and Bobby.
I take it these are all like paid for expansions,
Yeah,
or however it works these days.
I guess so. Yeah, I have no clue. I got another really easy one. Marvel Rivals. Put Gambit in it. Like now, please.
Is Gambit not in it?
Yeah. No, not yet. The last person they added was Emma Frost, and that's caused quite the stir. So it's and then the rumor is next one's going to be Ultron, but there's also lots of stories that they're working really hard to put Daredevil in it as well. So which makes sense considering he's like hot shit right now.
Yeah, you
Daredevil
think, like,
in Mortal
come on,
Kombat
guys.
would be awesome.
Daredevil.
Horizontal synergy. Go with the people that are blowing up on the TV at the moment.
Actually, Daredevil in Streets of Rage would be awesome.
That would be.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus, yeah. It basically just is Daredevil. Isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, just Defenders as Streets of Rage would be.
Yeah.
No. Or
Yeah.
Final Fury, but
Yes, just any kind of
you-
like.
yeah, just give me that. I'll play that. Like, also has to be 8-bit. I want it 8-bit. I don't need it.
Well, no, but they
that
did
quick.
like so. Streets of Rage 4 wasn't done as like a retro pixely style, but it had very similar.
vibe.
Yeah, it was more of like a hand painted art
Yeah.
style, but the vibe was exactly the same as that sort of like 70s 80s New York kind of there's hoodlums everywhere kind of thing. And that was really good. Yeah, the Defenders in that would be would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nice. I was thinking along the lines of, so obviously very much enjoyed the Power Wash Simulator 40k stuff.
Yeah.
What else do we want to wash?
Oh,
So-
the Millennium Falcon, isn't it?
Yeah, Star Wars would be an obvious one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Star Wars spaceships,
Yeah.
a big shiny hanger that you can
Holodeck.
wash some stuff. You need a chisel, not a power washer for that. Halo, I think, is crying out for a Power Wash Simulator tie-in,
Sense, yeah.
hosing down some warthogs and what are they called, the little ones, the little quad bikes, mongooses.
Yeah.
And all the lovely shiny, like the ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
They're all mucky, and then as you hose it off, goes all shiny and iridescent. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
They could expand the 40k-ness of it by opening up the whole of like Dawn of War. So instead of being like in an AdMech hangar having stuff brought to you, you get sent down to the surface with the Blood Ravens, and you're like hosing down those sort of like drop cathedrals that they have brought in.
Yeah. that would
If you're
be
with the
that'd be
Blood
quite
Ravens,
nice.
you've got to stop. Actually, Blood Ravens in GTA would be hilarious because you'd have to go around chasing that, stopping them thieving everything.
And yeah, what else can we watch? Oh, and Red Dead Redemption 2. So you spend like 6
What's your
hours riding your
horse?
horse across the map, and then you get off and clean it up with a power washer.
I don't hate that.
The other one you could have is the Expanse. Like getting to hose down the Rossi, and the big one would be the Navu.
That would not be doable. The Thunderhawk in the 40k one takes hours to do. Hours and hours and hours. It's huge. And that is microscopic
she
compared
said.
to the Navu.
I would like to see, more 40k power in Power Simulator, different vehicles, maybe different races as well. Like,
Have there been any
vehicles.
more? I haven't checked for a while. If
I
there's
mean,
any
actually,
more.
a Sagittar would be quite cool. Like, because they're quite small. That'd be quite. And you could ride in as a Herkin Pioneer, and then get off the bike.
What? What are you gasping at?
Do you know what the latest Power Simulator DLC is?
No, what is
What?
it?
Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
fuck
that's
yes.
amazing.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, that's just
They're just
random.
You do
They're just-
their house, You do the trousers from the wrong trousers. Okay,
like
right.
that.
Yeah, I've got to.
Russ,
Sorry, I'm
they
just gonna.
picked
The stream
they
might
read
lag
your
slightly
mind.
while I'm just downloading Power Simulator content in the background. Don't mind me.
Russ, they've just read your mind. They know what you want deep down. I mean, actually, Power Wash Simulator, Thomas the Tank Engine.
There you go.
That would be quite cool.
Playing Daredevil and Rivals was just looking at a black screen. Fucking hell.
Was that Jack?
Jack.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, you're sometimes quite easy to predict.
That's a funny one. I like that one. What else have
Right,
we-
so I actually had Matt Berry in
Did you?
various games. Oh, I would. All the time. So, Toast in GTA, because he would be perfect for being washed up in Los Santos. Obviously, Laszlo in either Castlevania, but there's a more recent other vampire. Yeah, I can't remember what it is called.
You could
Tom
do
would know.
Laszlo in something like The Witcher.
Oh, The Witch.
That'd be quite fun. that might be. You could do
Laszlo and Nadia in the-
Nadia and Nadia, which is in The Witcher, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the missions is you behead her secret lover. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
And it's one of the instances where he loses his head. But yeah, that would be fun. Which has got like a whole side thing on vampires, so absolutely makes sense.
And then his character in the It Crowd.
Mhm.
I was trying to think. I mean, it would just be a good skin to have in something. I just don't know what.
So cars
Oh.
are a really easy one. But yeah, go on. Cars are a really easy one. Putting like, I think Forza could have done a better job with that as well. But then I understand it's expensive to put things like the Ghostbusters car in Forza Horizon 4 or 5. So something like that.
And most, like, you can get a pretty close approximation of most of those because somebody will have made
Yeah.
like a paint job for it, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. Futurama into like Cyberpunk 2077. Quite fun. Doing missions for like them might be quite fun. Planet Express.
Good news, everybody.
Yeah. Or I suppose you could do like Outer Worlds or something like that. That might be
That'd
quite
be
fun.
quite cool.
Yeah. Something I'd like to see more. So you don't really get it these days, but I want to see more of like the physical, like mods and stuff. So obviously the classic one is the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge that you could put Sonic 2 in the top of, which would let you
Yeah.
play Sonic 2 with Knuckles in it.
Yeah.
That
which was
needs to
awesome,
be
yeah.
expanded. So I want to sort of start off like that,
yeah.
but then it's plugged into a 32X with a Mega CD on the bottom, and there's a little dongle that feeds it in through a PS1 into an N64, out through a PS2. There's like an online thing that links it into an Xbox 360 and a Switch. It goes via a 3DS and an Atari Lynx and ends up on a Steam Deck. And you've got some sort of like amalgam of all these things all together. I don't really know what, but then it would change depending on what you got loaded into each of those. So if you put like, you know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 into the PS2, by the time it gets to the end, you've got like Master Chief doing kickflips on like a FIFA soccer pitch.
There we go.
Because I'm just assuming that games all, like, if you just plug a game into another game, it means that all the people from this game can run through into that game. That's what Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet taught me.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it actually works like that.
I got another one. Space Marines and Gears of War and Gears Cogs in Space Marine.
There would be zero. That is already happening.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell which one's which.
If there is a
No.
brown chapter of Space Marines, there you go. That's Marcus Phoenix.
It is, yeah. Bless him.
Isn't he just? Wouldn't it be like the cog ending up on Catachan?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that's kind of what they are. But you would also get a Solid Snake. I don't know, collecting rings or something.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
I was thinking Dave Vanian as a skin in
Literally just for
probably
me. I love it.
in just Castlevania
Yeah.
because
Or
that's where he
anything with a
belongs.
vampire. Yeah,
Anything with a vampire.
Because he is an actual vampire. I'm 90% certain.
I was also just going to dump it into Baldur's Gate because it's just be cool because he would be just an awesome vampire in Baldur's Gate.
Hey, if
Doesn't
he was
really-
romanceable, I'd fuck him. So,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yes, I know. I obviously I was doing that for you.
Thanks, man.
And
Appreciate it.
who I would want to play in Dave Vanian, I don't know who I'd want to play Dave Vanian. I was going to say Matt Berry because
Dave
he's such a
Vanian.
good.
I'd quite like Dave Vanian to play Dave Vanian. But yeah.
Yeah.
He's. Rat Scabies. Get him to play Dave Vanian instead. Yeah. I don't really know. Like, I feel like I'm tapped out already, which is.
Okay, so I've got some more. I want Windrose, dwarf metal band, to be in Minecraft, so that it could diggy hole and be little dwarfs. It'd be perfect.
Hey, does that band have more than one song?
Yeah, they got Rock and Stone because there's a game about space.
They're
dwarfs
already in a
called-
fucking game.
Yeah, Rock and Stone. They
They're
could be in
in
that, but I want them in Minecraft because Phil loves watching Minecraft YouTube videos. He plays Minecraft
Have
on
you,
Switch.
Been see Minecraft yet?
No, not yet. We are planning on going.
I think I liked it more than Rusted. By the sounds.
I didn't particularly enjoy it. I found some bits slightly chucklesome.
I don't know what he was expecting, but it wasn't going to be.
I mean, I didn't- It
The
wasn't
Lighthouse
my
or something
choice
like
to
that.
go and see it.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it because it's Jack Black, and
Okay. If you want a film where Jack Black is just Jack Black for 2 hours,
I think that will do me quite happily.
and it's got like a really fun subplot with Jennifer Coolidge as well.
That
Which
is genuinely hilarious.
That is fucking amazing. Yeah. And
Whoever divorced you is an idiot. There were some proper funny lines in it, but yeah, I didn't rate the whole thing.
I liked it, but then I saw Flow as well today. That was fucking incredible. So that might be my favourite film I've seen this year.
What Flow?
Yeah, it does look very good. Made
Yeah.
using a free bit of software you can just download off the internet.
Is that what it's really?
Yeah, it's made in Blender,
Oh,
which is
interesting.
crazy.
Oh God!
Yeah.
You told.
Yeah, you use it.
recommended Blender.
People use it for like doing 3D printing stuff.
Yeah, but I never got around to doing. Oh yeah, Dan, resin definitely. I asked my engineers today.
Okay. So the problem I have is I feel like I've got most of the Warhammer I need. B,
No, you don't.
B, I've got nowhere that wouldn't kill me to kind of set it up.
Yeah, but that was what.
I feel like I'm going to get myself a 3D printer to save money on Warhammers. Is like a real false economy kind of deep slippery hole.
Yeah.
It's just swapping one relatively expensive hobby for a different one.
Oh,
Yeah.
other Call of Duty. You can play. Oh, you can have Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but the only skins you can have as them is from Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. Personally, Hot Fuzz.
Okay,
Although if you had the Shaun of the
Right.
Dead ones and you're playing the zombies mode, that would be
exactly.
really good.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. I would like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
And Hot Fuzz in as working with the Inquisition to suppress a cult. would be awesome. Working with arbiters.
The Inquisition's branch of the NWA that they're working with in Samford.
I love that film.
Nice.
Yeah.
So my other suggestion is, and this, I feel like this is something that would work with any game, any genre, no matter what, is you put Statham in it.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was thinking, what Statham character do you put in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. But so
That was
it
one
could
of the
be
thoughts I had.
Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Animal Crossing, Tetris, Civilization 6.
Statham's head in all of these things.
Yeah.
Power wash sim.
Power Simulator, you've got to wash Statham's shiny head. Wii Tennis.
It's hot abs. Yeah.
But yeah, just have him, you know, swearing at Tetris blocks and punching them until they go into a four brick straight one.
Is what's it? A working man is basically.
It's fucking awful.
It
Is
does.
it?
It
It
hasn't
is-
got
it
very
is-
good reviews.
I will stand up for Statham's bad films and say, but at least Statham in it is amazing. This one is so bad that I can't do that.
Oh
It is-
no!
Fucking awful. It is one of the worst films I've seen in the last 2-3 years.
Oh, that's painful.
And I've seen a lot of bad films.
So it's even worse than Crank 2.
No, I see. I like Crank 2.
Crank
This
2 is an
this
incredible movie.
This is the point I'm making. I will stand up for Crank 2. Crank 2 knows its assignment, knows it's ridiculous, and is hilarious with it.
And it is like,
He puts a shotgun
Crank
up
2 is
someone's bum and says, "You can
surreal."
eat that." Yeah.
it's. I mean, both of them are. The bit where he hallucinates that he's like a Godzilla.
His mum's Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah. Crank and Crank 2 are the peak of Statham's oeuvre.
Yeah.
They honestly are. And without them, you wouldn't have stuff like Deadpool.
I would go as far as saying you wouldn't have like a John Wick.
Well, I mean, that's Chad Stahelski, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, we owe a lot to Crank and Crank 2.
Yeah. Working Man's fucking
They-
awful.
I'm still waiting for the third one where he has to maintain an erection for the entire length of the movie, which is it's the only logical next step, really, isn't it?
Okay, so Jack's come out with some belters. No one has said Horus Heresy Battlefield.
Is that not
Yeah.
just Warhammer?
But in a video game.
That's Dawn of War, then, isn't it?
No, it's a Battlefield, so it's more like a first person shooter.
It would. So like like Star Wars Battlefront, that with Imperial Guard would be quite good. But like instead of sort of like an X-wing flies over and takes out 2 or 3 of your squad at a time, you just have a Titan wave its plasma annihilator across the field. And it's like, well, you've lost.
Well, there'd be
You and
also
47,000 of your colleagues are dead.
Is it Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Are the fighters, and you would have Thunderbolts or whatever.
No, but if you're
One
going
of
to do
the
this, go
coolest
big or
things
go
Space
home.
Marine 2 is that you arrive in a Thunderhawk gunship everywhere. So it's really, really cool. Mortal Kombat Statham needs to be his Meg character so we can have shark-related fatalities. That would be cool.
How
I was
would that
gonna
work?
So, like, you do the fatality and all of a sudden a Megalodon just comes and just eats someone. And then it cuts to them inside. And there's, like, all the other weird creatures that are in Meg too. Statham's chasing them down with a harpoon.
Nice.
Or you could have Chev Chelios from Crank. Like, doing some of the weird and wonderful deaths that he concocts.
You could do the shotgun up the bum.
Shotgun up the bum is a good one, yep.
Yep.
I thought you could have
You can keep
his
that.
character from Transporter.
Transporter would be an obvious one, where he just gets really oily and just oils them to death. That would be good.
Yep.
Dan's now getting a bit hot under the collar.
Isn't the bit where like they're having like a shirtless fight and there's a fire hose just like whipping around
There
and
is, yeah.
spraying everyone down?
Oh yes, there is.
That
I
is
don't know what the
cinema.
rest of the movie is.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it's those kind of that's what we need from a Statham movie, and I feel that's what a working man isn't giving people.
Yeah. Working Man takes itself way too seriously.
Oh.
There's like bits and it goes, and here's the Russian mob. Why? Why? What is happening here? What is going on? Oh, there's a biker gang now. Why?
Yeah,
Why
so
are they
you've got to heighten these things if
Yeah.
Statham's involved. So, like in Hobbs and Shaw,
Yeah.
when they encounter the Russian mob, they're all like lingerie models who find him irresistible for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Doesn't if they had just been like your typical Russian mobsters in a movie, that scene would have worked just as well. But for some reason, they're all flinging themselves at him because he's Statham.
I'd like to put Barbie in Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an idea I've had. Might be fun. On a similar note, I'd like to put G.I. Joe onto Animal Crossing.
What other games are that actually do like skin download type things? So you can do it in
there are
Minecraft,
so many
can't you?
mods on things like Elden Ring and
Let's imagine World of Warcraft. War of Warcraft?
War of Warcraft.
War of
Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
Yeah, still a massive thing.
It's kind of you don't really hear about it much anymore, do you?
It's still massive.
It's just because it's part of everyone's lives now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who would I have in World of... Oh, other one for Call of Duty. Dave Lister, but the one where he's got a bazookoid because he's fighting the curry monster.
Oh, where he's had like his emotions altered to turn him into like he's got no fear of anything.
Hmm.
Oh no, hang on, the curry monster. That's the one where he's turned into Tiny Little Soldier.
Yeah, and then the only way to defeat Vindaloo is with lager. So
Yeah.
they load up a load of cans of lager and destroy the curry monster like that. That'd be good.
It was a very silly show, wasn't it?
I don't know whether they've already done this, but Island of Sodor in general, with the trains into Train Simulator.
I bet somebody must have made that because that just
Someone's
sounds
modded that almost.
that sounds too good. And like, there's maps of the whole place. Like, people have recreated, like people have done it as like scale model layouts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pod Racer with land speeders, and also Pioneer bikes because they're wicked.
So kind of like Forza Horizon
Jetpack.
and Star Wars.
With the Starweaver Elder bikes, because then you can cheat and just knock up. They'll be trying to race pure, and you just cheat and knock them off, and it'll be hilarious. And land speeders, because why not?
What Marvel characters do we want in Rivals? Like,
So how does what kind of game is Marvel's get? It's like it's not
it's
quite
like Overwatch.
so it's like a hero shooter type thing.
Imagine Overwatch with Marvel characters. You've got Marvel Rivals.
So could you have like a Gambit on your team and there's a Gambit on the other team?
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The roster's pretty cool already. Like, it's not bad. It's missing like Deadpool and Daredevil and a couple of the other big ones, like Cyclops, for example. It's got Wolverine, it's got Storm, it's got like all the big. It's got Iron Man, Captain America, Bucky's in there.
And something like that, where everyone's got different powers and they're all literal superheroes, is very difficult to balance.
All of the Fantastic Four are in it now.
Is Wolverine in it?
Yeah, Wolverine's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine's really
Wouldn't
cool.
you want Sabretooth?
Sabretooth would be quite cool. Magneto's already in it as well. You could do Mystique, where you can like copy other people's powers or something like that. That might be quite fun.
Nightcrawler?
He's not in it. No, Nightcrawler would be amazing. Like Banshee.
I mean, that's a very good video game mechanic power as well.
I agree, Jack. Every Marvel character of note will end up in Rivals.
They are like you hear about new ones getting added quite often. they'll be churning them out, and they'll have like a cadence for it, like a release schedule. They want
If
to.
you want to
people
look up what
excited.
people think of Emma Frost, maybe put incognito mode on first, and you'll see that people are very excited about Emma Frost being in this game. She's thick. Let's just say that.
Oh, so you're very happy.
Yeah, like she looks really cool. Yeah.
I think if there's anything we've learnt about the internet, it's that there's some people out there whose opinions you can just ignore, and that's fine.
Oh, Marvel.
Don't mind.
Rivals.
Listen to fucking mine. My opinion's
Oh
important.
my god.
There you go.
Oof. It's a bit like Cortana, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
In Halo
Yeah.
4.
I've got an idea. The game Halo 5. Put Master Chief in it.
Ah,
Hey-o.
boo!
On a Power Wash
That-
Simulator, Transformers.
Oh, that'd be
Oh
cool.
yeah, because like you think you've finished, but then and now you got to do the roboty bits.
Yep. Luigi Mangione in Mario Kart. Or any Mario game, it's fine. Feel free to
Wouldn't
replace.
Luigi Mangione
Turtles.
be really good in GTA, though?
Yeah. Maybe. And feel free to replace Turtles with billionaires. That's absolutely fine by me. So yeah, that might be quite fun. A little fun one there, I think anyway.
I was trying to think of something for Lawnmower Simulator, but
I mean, you're talking like stately homes there, really, aren't you? It's not.
Yeah, that would be the way to go. Yeah, you could do like the
Oh,
Xavier's Mansion.
the Rohan.
The whole
That's
country of
fucking
Rohan.
huge. Oh god. Right, fine. I'm just gonna get just the music just plays throughout as well.
But also, I wouldn't Rohan is not a country of immaculately striped lawns, is it? That sounds like those twats in Gondor.
Yeah, that's
Surely
true.
it'll be surely you'd be doing the Shire more. Than
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the Shire,
that would be
you could
quite-
do.
that
I
would
feel
be
like
quite good
they'd
fun.
need to bring out like a. So they brought they added strimmers to it a while ago. I think for the Shire, you're looking at like hand shears and
Secateurs and
sides.
stuff like that.
But yeah, you could do like Downton Abbey and all the homes from like Pride and
Yeah.
Prejudice and Sense and Sensibility and
That's
stuff.
really cool.
That would
idea,
be really
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Space Hulk viscera cleanup detail. Just, you have to go in after like the Gene Stealers and the Terminators have been there.
Actually,
Yeah.
Space Hulk, but Doom Guy as well, because that's
That's
I know,
just
that's-
Doom, though, isn't it?
It's just Doom, because in Space Hulk you're being very careful and calculated where you move your like Space Marines. Doom Guy's not ever doing that. He's running through, just mashing everything. So you've got one team of like Terminators, and you've got one team which is just Doom Guy. And by the time like the Terminators have moved down the corridor, Doom Guy's been through, killed all the Gene Stealers. And probably set the space
true.
shuttle to explode.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really do like tactical planning phase, does he?
No, not really. Like Flight Sim's got some potential as well.
I mean, they've added a bunch of stuff to Flight Sim already.
Yeah,
So like, there's the Top Gun stuff, obviously.
yeah. Which is fine. I like anything Top Gun's fine. Feel free to do that with Top Gun.
Oh,
like the movie Top
then
Gun.
in the Switch Sports, I would like the mod for the volleyball bit where you could do it as Top Gun.
Yep.
That'd be quite
that
cool.
would be
Recording
good.
stopped.
Oh, hang on.
Recording in progress.
Oops.
So, hi, welcome to this next part of
yeah, if you
TNGOA.
could host it again. Host it again. Yeah, it's cool. Yes. Good. I think we should probably wrap it up because I've got another podcast to get
We
on.
should do.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just thinking about the Top Gun volleyball
was
scene.
there, was
Or
there
the American football scene as well, maybe.
was there any news you wanted to touch upon?
As a Switch, it's going to be $400. I think it's going to be $450. I think it's going to be £400 here. America are going to struggle to get some because of the tariffs if they continue, which is
Hilarious.
stunning. Yeah.
Well, the yeah, it is very difficult for everyone because nobody knows what's going to happen. Because they're like today, everything changed. Like it was like a 90-day hold for most countries, but at China it's now like 100 and something
25%.
I don't know where the Switch is assembled. It's a nightmare for this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't have a fucking clue what he's doing, isn't it?
Well,
but yeah,
a little bit.
Almost like he's got early signs of dementia.
Whoa, okay.
But
But
it looks really interesting. I mean, like, I'm not gonna pre-order one. I want to see some proper reviews and stuff. Because if we do get one, it'll probably end up being like for the kids as well, grudgingly.
But you can play it when you go to bed, and you can
Yeah.
you can complete all the levels they couldn't do because they're tiny hands and they're
And in the morning, it'd be like, I've completely obliterated your high score.
Oh yeah, Philin legitimately beat me at Tekken. They had an
Nice.
arcade Tekken in Bray Head, and we were playing. I was like, I'll just fuff around, and I was like, oh no, all right, I'll try this time, and I actually had to try, and then I really had to try. I was like, I'm so shit at Tekken. Yeah, this is like playing my sister, and I should know what to do. I couldn't remember Yoshimitsu's special moves, but I did eventually beat him. I was like, I'm gonna beat you now. I had to let him win at some point, make sure. But in the end, I didn't even
Only
have to
once
let
you've
him win.
demonstrated that you could win if you wanted to.
Well, I really had to.
You
try.
really
I had
wanted to emphasise that you let him win.
Well, no, I didn't let him win in the end. I was like, no, you actually did just beat me because you kept on choosing this character. I can't beat that character. I also wanted to beat these two characters, and in the end, I managed to. But it was a bit scary. I haven't actually managed to play our Switch because Philin plays it, Mario Kart and Minecraft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't help that the Switch 2 games are just old ports or a tech demo. Yeah.
So
and
they
also-
haven't really shown much yet of it actually doing new stuff.
The other thing is that you're going to have to rebuy your games as well. So any Switch games you had are, from what I understand, going to work on the Switch too. So if you've got games, then
Buy
you
them
still
again.
need to buy them.
And they'll
I
just
thought
be as
I'd
expensive.
seen that it was meant to be backwards compatible with the Switch.
I don't think it is. I might be wrong.
But maybe people don't know for sure yet. But I mean, I can probably kind of that because we probably want to get the new Mario Kart.
Nintendo Switch 2 is officially confirmed to be backwards compatible with both physical and digital Switch games, allowing you to play your existing library and new ones. So I'll take it back then.
So all I'd really want is. So I've bought Tears of the Kingdom, but never got around to playing it.
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game, obviously. Skyrim, I'll want to buy that again because apparently that's what we do.
I haven't bought Skyrim yet.
Actually, I did my biggest
Shakes his head.
Skyrim playthrough was on the Switch.
Well, you've got to get your money's worth. And even if it was your biggest Skyrim playthrough, it probably still wasn't worth the money you paid for it because it was.
No,
still
I bought it.
£30
It's
last
a
I checked.
physical card, and I bought it on eBay for like £7.
That's all right then.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good idea.
It is insane what they're trying to charge for Skyrim still.
yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like that's getting up there with like Grand Theft Auto 5 levels of we are still rinsing
It's
this. So
older
Skyrim
than
is
GTA
more
5, isn't it?
expensive. Skyrim's
I
more
think if you
expensive
don't
than Minecraft.
if you don't count the online stuff,
Yeah.
it's probably sold more units than GTA 5.
Hmm.
But once you add online, GTA just blows everything else out of the water.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Oh, the Beatles were announced as well, and
Yeah.
that they look good. Yeah. Looking forward to buying Resi 4 again, Dan. Absolutely. Yeah.
Always.
Well, now we can buy Resident Evil 4 and the Resident Evil 4 remaster again.
Yeah. It's exciting times.
Nice.
Always good times. Is there anything else? Right. So, thank you very much for watching. You can get us on all the socials. No, you can't get us on all.
I'm pretty sure
socials.
that's just a lie, but never mind.
You can get us on some of the socials.
Some of them.
Look for us at TMTOH. We might be there. We might not. Who knows?
Mystery.
Thank you for watching. If you've been listening, thank you for listening. Putting up with our ramblings. And with that, I'll say goodbye, Russ.
Laters, boys.
Goodbye, Dan.
Bye.
And if you want more of Dan, listen to the Gridiron Gents podcast. It is well worth it. And from me, Duncan, good night. And with that, cue the music.